Hi everyone, welcome to this new Gamersyde Live. Tonight we are going to show you Ghost Recon Wildlands. As usual, Driftwood is going to do the playing and most of the talking because honestly, I don't care about this game in the slightest.
Hi everyone. Well, that's being honest, and and I guess I can give you that. And yes, and you should mention in case people didn't actually read.
Yeah, all right.
The news article.
It's on PC.
Yeah, it's on PC.
And trying to be 60 FPS.
Yeah, trying to be 60 FPS with a GTX 1080 and an i7 700K. I'm not sure actually. I always forget the actual name. Oh, I'm being attacked. And yeah.
Can we start with a fail? That would
yeah,
be
we probably will because that's the highest difficulty setting. So it's not like I can take many hits before I just go down. So, but yeah, they don't seem to be too bright. So as I was saying, I'm fully aware that maybe the game is trying to do things that are very demanding in terms of draw distance and everything. So I can understand that, and I can appreciate the effort on the part of the developers to make a game that's future-proof, so to speak. But I still think that there are problems with the game's optimization, and maybe that's also due to the fact that there are no drivers yet, which is a bit surprising, as the game is supposed to be released I think around midnight here, or maybe a bit later. I mean tomorrow. So I was expecting new drivers before the live stream, so I could tell
it's running
you
fast.
but it's a scary world. Bolivia especially is a scary country apparently, and reinforcement.
Well, there's issue. I'm not happy with the way Ubisoft show their country. So.
Yeah, well, funnily enough, that's exactly what happened with Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter on Xbox 360 in Mexico. So I'll show you the settings that I chose, and basically I have random slowdowns. I wouldn't say no matter what, because I didn't try to play in just on the high graphic settings, because I think that I should be able to play at least at very high, and if not ultra. But yeah, overall this works. Most of the time it's 60 FPS, but if you see drops, and I left the Uplay counter on the upper left side of the screen so you can see. So you'll be able to make sure that it's not the what am I doing here? That it's not.
Looks like a bad idea.
No, yeah.
So a good friend and
wow, yeah, that was bad.
Yeah, good friend, unknown user, asking if you can show the character creator.
Well, I can't, because for that I would need to start a new game, and I think I can show you like the where we can personalize the outfits and everything. There's not anything more than in the demo, from what I can tell, unless maybe you have some pre-order bonuses, or if you I think we have the version of the game with the season pass, so we might have a few more things. Like there's a special van we have that's very colorful, but other than that I don't think there's anything different. I mean, there are things you couldn't unlock in the betas, and I guess for me to unlock them I need to play more, which I haven't so far at the moment. I just basically tried to visit the some of the different provinces, and wanted to also see if trying to go in a difficult province, because you can go anywhere you want, but some provinces are harder than others. So to see if I could complete missions in the provinces where the difficulty level is supposed to be higher, and I did, but usually most of the time when I was just stealthy, which is actually a part of the game that I do like, when everything works well. And maybe one day I can just stop the car and these guys are, yeah, they have the motivation. They apparently don't want me to survive. Oh, maybe they do, but like here clearly performance issues when I do this, as you can see, and yeah, I'm just hoping that the drivers will do their magic and that it will actually be a little more playable. I mean, it's been playable for me, but I really hate the drops. And to tell you the truth, I mean, playing on PS4 Pro was more pleasant, and although it was 30 FPS, because I didn't actually witness any drops.
Locked frame rate, be it 30 or 60, of course.
Well, I mean, I could play the PC version at 30.
Well, unlocked even close to 60. I really hate when the frame rate isn't locked. It ruins my game instantly.
I could actually try to lock the game at 30 on PC and maybe max it out, see how it goes. I mean, I could do that at the end of the live stream.
Give it a try. It's not like people are watching anyway.
I guess because people are either playing or they just don't care, because it's probably a game that people try the beta, so you can edit the appearance. And actually, I can change my my hairdo, which I guess is nice. But very I was disappointed to see that there aren't many things to choose from, basically, and it's a bit of a shame, because for me that's not, that shouldn't be a problem. I mean, they should give tons of different haircuts, and well, they don't. You can actually, if you want to dye your hair during the game, you can. So that's pretty
right. So
nice.
We've got another question from
same
who?
Guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Does this have a story or just missions like the Division?
No, it's very much like the Division in a way, in that the main characters are absolutely not interesting. Like the squad you have, I mean, it's there's no charisma. It's there's no Sam Fisher or even Lambert or Grimsdottir. There's nothing like that. Now, that being said, there are cutscenes which I think look terrible. I mean, the game looks good. I mean, the environment looks very nice, but character models in cutscenes are they to me they look a bit dated. I mean, there's clearly you can find worse, but compared to some other games out there, I mean, they look a bit dated. And what the cutscenes actually tell is not that interesting, and the way the story is told, basically, it's like the plot is not really that important, because, for example, for every province in every province there's some kind of lieutenant that's the main guy in the province you need to take down, so you can reach the final boss. And every time you reach a new province, there's going to be a prompt with a video introducing the guy, but you don't even have to. I mean, it's not like it's imposed on you. I mean, you have to press A or a button to actually watch it. So it's really like, okay, there's a story, you can follow it, but if you don't want to, you can skip all the cutscenes. And quite honestly, I mean, I can't say I've been really interested in what's going on. Basically, I'm killing bad guys, and that's all I know. And the reason is, characters don't seem really interesting. The woman actually, who's like your boss and all the briefings, she's the one speaking. I don't know if it's the same actress, but she sounds an awful lot like that woman from Hitman, the latest Hitman. That was recently released as a full retail game after being developed in episodic form. And if it's the woman, if it's that woman, I think that's intentional, because it sounds a lot. The briefing sounds a lot like what you can hear in Hitman. And well, we all know that Hitman is actually a very good game, but it's not a game you want to play for its story. I mean, the last one at least is clearly not a game you want to play for its story. So it's a bit like that. I mean, there's more story, I guess, in Wildlands than in the Division. But if you're interested in something, it seems also to be a like, you know, a lot of cliches and stereotypes. So and again, the squad and what they say constantly, and the jokes they make. I mean, they're all terrible, and it's probably on purpose. But well, for me, it's not really funny. So that's not a game. I don't know if I'm going to be playing the game as much as, you know, say Horizon Zero Dawn and actually even the Zelda Breath of the Wild. But if I do play, it will probably be if, you know, Dafton's around to play co-op and we can have a bit of fun, or just to explore the map. As you know, it's not perfect visually. I mean, there's pop-up even if you try to max out the game. You know, shadows pop out too, and they are, you know, it's like it looks very good when you look at, you know, from when you're not too close and you look around. It can look very impressive, but the details, yeah, sometimes not that great. And problem also is with the physics engine. Driving and even flying, it's not the worst again. I mean, Sleeping Dogs and Just Cause, driving in those games was way worse. But because you basically can do, like, you can do anything with the you know, with the vans or the cars. That shows that, you know, the physics engine again is just very bad, and it could have been a lot more fun if I think, you know, in the car chases and everything, if the handling and the physics engine had been more, I don't know, more demanding. I mean, it seems to me that they didn't want to frustrate the players, so what they did is, okay, let's allow them to do anything they want with a car, so they don't get stuck anywhere. And okay,
how's the driving?
it's not great. It's functional, I'd say, as long as you respect, you know, just stay on the roads, or you know, the like dirt roads or asphalt, and use the handbrake. And yeah, there's a bit of fun driving, but it's clearly not the game's strongest suit. And some people, and I wouldn't be surprised, will find it bad. I think it's average at best. But like I said, functional. It's very odd when you pilot a helicopter. Basically, that's very. It's not actually as pleasant as in other games, like in Just Cause, for example, or the GTA series, to pilot helicopters. Planes, I guess it's. Well, I wasn't. It was okay for me, but I've heard some people complain about them too. So. It's I think it's gonna be hard to make up your mind about the game, because a lot of people are going to say different things, and but I would be surprised if I know that there have been just a very few reviews. I think we all got the games pretty late. It was on Friday, and I know that shops were selling the games on Friday evening.
At least in France.
In France, yeah. That's what we do in France. We sell games in advance. And it was actually official, you know, like the shops were allowed to sell the games. I don't know why. And the
Why
thing
not?
is, yeah, why not? I mean, you know, especially because, you know, there'd been 2 betas, and actually I think that a lot of people were interested and wanted to buy the game. So good for them. But the thing is, I'm sure there will be mixed reviews as you know, more reviews actually gets released, and it will probably depend on what they actually think about the game when played co-op and when played solo. I've had a bit of fun playing solo in the mission, and I need you should see the actually you should see the 2 videos, because that had me a bit frustrated, but at the same time I was amused in a way. There's a mission I tried, and I did well. I failed a few times, to be perfectly honest, but the first video where there's a fail, is actually a quite a funny one, because the reason I fail is when the target I'm after, when actually I reach him and he's in the middle of the road, he gets run over by a car, driven by a civilian, and that was so stupid. I say, okay, I have to restart the mission because some guy got spooked because I was using my gun, and he actually oh, I think I'm not gonna last long here. Oh, see, so when you're shot down like that, and you play co-op, as long as your partner is alive, he can revive you as many times as necessary. In solo mode, you need to. There's like some sort of a cooldown thing going on. If you get shot 2 times in a row, you're not going to be able to be revived.
Okay.
And I know it works in other games. It's nothing new. Oh, and I have no.
How's the AI?
Well, from what I've seen, I mean, as long as they do what I tell them, that's okay. Like sync shots. But for the rest, AI partner, I wouldn't say it's good, but I haven't played enough to really say it's bad either. As for enemies, they can when they know you're there, they're not going to let go until you're down, which I think is good. It's possible to be stealthy and to remain unseen if you do your job, and just check the 2 videos I mentioned. Solo missions played, one successfully and one failed, because you have to learn your surroundings, learn where the guys are. Of course, you can use the drone and mark everyone. That's much easier, but still, usually there's a lot of people, so you're never safe, and everything can go wrong. And playing on the highest difficulty setting as I am, I think it's nice. It's doable, still doable. I mean, you can survive. You can actually go guns blazing if you're really careful. But at the same time, it also forces you to.
How can you go guns blazing if you're careful? I don't think it goes together.
No, I know, but you see what I mean. You get the picture. No. It's like you just use cover and don't do it Rambo
That's
style.
Not guns blazing then.
Yeah, that was stupid, for example. And see, actually I'm killed, which means it's you need to stay alive for much longer than I thought, or it depends, because sometimes I can be shot down 2 times in a row.
Other checkpoints or?
Oh, actually, that's not a mission. So I'm actually nearby the laboratory, and I can try again if I want. I'll actually mission nearby, so let's just try that. And mission, you can choose
10 minutes.
Yeah, well, and don't know if you want me. So you of course you earn experience points, which allows you to unlock skills, and skills. For example, there's revive speed, squad. If you want to play solo, that's something you want to upgrade if you can. But of course, if you only intend to play co-op, it's probably something you're going to leave on the side. But you don't only need the skill points to upgrade your character. You also need resources, which is why you have to do the secondary missions, which are a bit redundant, as you could see in the 2 betas. And my main problem with the game, I mean, from what I've seen of the game so far, is that the redundancy that I've seen in the secondary missions, it's more or less present in the main missions too, because sometimes you're actually asked to do the same thing, like steal a vehicle, or just find some guy and interrogate him, and that's more or less what some of this, I wouldn't call them side quests, but missions you can do in the world, because you're in your car and you run into someone, and that person is driving a car that you need to stop, and then so the main missions, the advantage is that they take place in very specific environments, and that seems to be quite varied. Like the different bases or camps that you can find. I was in a train, like a rec yard with trains, for the two videos I mentioned earlier, and I thought it was really nice. So yeah, it's I'm pretty sure it's a game people are going to enjoy a lot more if they play with friends, and I do believe friends is going to be the best option compared to playing with people that you'll meet online, unless you're lucky enough to meet the right people. But everything that's related to what is nice, for example, and it's something that I haven't seen since I think the Splinter Cell series, is that when you try to infiltrate some base at night, all the lights can be destroyed. So
That's nice.
and that's cool, because that's not something you see. But other than that, the world is pretty static, and there are a few interactions, but it's like you can destroy a fence with your car, but if you put some C4 on the fence, it's gonna move or anything, which is a bit odd.
Yeah.
But walls, like they're stone walls, and I was surprised to see that stone walls can be destroyed with a car, but also if there's a grenade, it can explode, and it actually adds a lot to the realism, and so it's a bit of a mixed
bag.
Some things are very nice, some others are less nice. Animations are okay, but not as impressive as, say, back then when we saw Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter at the time, where actually we had animations at the time which really pushed it to the next level compared to what we'd seen before. Here there are problems with clippings between the characters when you actually you don't see that when you. What I do is I do this, and you'll see that sometimes when you walk like this, and you're in the mountain, and you see that the characters' feet are inside the ground, or even the wheels of the vehicle sometimes.
So another question: can your partners make their own decisions, or you can only give them comments?
No, they're pretty. I'm not sure they're really efficient, but they try to. I mean, they revive you and they try to shoot down people, but you can actually give them some basic orders. But still, it's not a lot. I mean, it's nothing. It has nothing to do with the original Ghost Recon series, which I have to say I was not a big fan. I mean, I never really liked that strategic and complicated sort of gameplay, especially because the game didn't look very nice, especially on consoles at the time, on the first Xbox.
Oh yeah.
And I probably played the demos, but I was never really interested in the games because it was maybe too hardcore for me. But still, I guess it could be a little more strategic. It can be more or less when you use the sync shot, but I do think it's a bit odd that we're supposed to be people with experience, and you need to actually upgrade that skill, because in the beginning you cannot perform many sync shots, and that's a bit odd because they're supposed to be pros. So also there's a cooldown effect, which is very video gamey, but it doesn't make sense. Why would a real squad need a time before they can actually do another sync shot? But that I can understand, because again, it's a video game, and you need to so you don't play God, you need to actually have some constraints in some way. But it's really I can't tell you. I haven't played enough to tell you for sure it's a game that I like, it's a game that I don't like. But for now, it's not a game that I see myself play as much as some other games that are going to be released, or that have just been released, or that were released last year. Although, there are pretty nice things also with the way I think there are a few issues too, like bullet drop is the same whether you have a suppressed weapon or not, which I think, I'm not a pro, but I think it's not, it shouldn't be like that. But if you use even a suppressed sniper rifle from close, it can be heard, Whereas if you use your gun with a silencer or an assault rifle, and you're not going to be heard, which I think also is realistic. So there goes my stealth approach. And so yeah, so I think I saw. Oh, and I got shot. I saw the first MythBuster video about the game, which I think was pretty nice, because some of the things you didn't realize, and some of the things I said about the C4 that cannot be used to destroy a fence, but a car can do it, are some of the things that are pretty disappointing, I guess. But being able to destroy a generator at night in a camp in one shot, and then you see all the camp go dark.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. And and visibility is important. I mean, if you're at night, I mean, you have less chances to be spotted. And that.
Do you have
nice.
Night vision glasses, things like that?
Yes, sure. Sadly, no. We only played it during the day here, so I couldn't show you, but yeah, I could use it here. And there's actually also thermal vision, which can be used to. There are sometimes you can't use your drone because there's a drone jammer, and if it's a big facility, if you use your thermal vision, you can see the drone jammers, because they there's a lot of heat. Probably I don't know if it's realistic, but it's pretty cool. Oh, I missed it. Not the second time though. And so the purple guys are the really heavy and badass army guys that can shoot you down. It might be because the province I'm in is a bit more difficult in terms of enemies than the first province you start in. I didn't want to show you, and I'm dead.
Well, maybe we could stop here. I don't know if you got anything more to show.
I don't know if you want me to show you, see what the game looks like when maxed out at 30 FPS. If the game doesn't crash my PC, because I had one blue screen the other day.
You've got 2 minutes.
Okay, so I guess that can be done. Not that I think it will make much of a difference. So ultra, everything on ultra, okay, and we'll try to see if I don't know if it didn't break anything. Let's keep. Oh. Okay, so give it time to load the textures. Well, actually, it seems to be a normal 30 FPS. It looks a lot like I don't know if it's going to be perfect, but it seems to look more like not really exactly like the console experience, though. It's still a bit worse.
Worse than console in terms of frame rate?
I don't know why, but every time I try to play on PC at 30 FPS, I never actually managed to.
Inside games, it never works. You have to use outside tools to get it to work.
Yeah, I could do that with River Tuner,
you've got some huge frame time. Oh wow!
Frame pacing issues.
Frame pacing, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, but I mean, I've seen worse than this actually, using the internal. Solution.
Well, the worst I had ever seen was Assassin's Creed, I think Unity. It was one of the first Ubisoft games to have the 30 FPS.
I thought it was Watch Dogs, maybe I'm wrong. And Watch Dogs was terrible.
I never played Watch Dogs on PC, so maybe you're right.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know if it looks that much differently. It has to look a bit different, of course, than when you play with some of the options lowered down, like level of detail and texture quality. I'm not going to change. Shadows seem to have an impact, and terrain quality too. Usually I keep vegetation quality on ultra. Maybe I should not. Turf effect actually turned off for the live stream, as you could see that it didn't actually prevent the drops from happening from time to time. Motion blur.
Anyway, it It's time.
It's time. So okay. So thank you for watching, and you probably have made your own mind about the game anyway. Since the beta, so it was more to show you the PC version and see if there were any questions you wanted to ask for the few courageous people who wanted to be with us tonight. And thanks to our good friend, Mr. Stranger, who is actually, I don't know if it's Embalaz or something like that. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. But he actually thanked us the other day for it was a Zelda, I guess.
Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for being here. We really appreciate it. And I was actually happy to see that it made you happy to learn that we were doing another live stream. So you should be happy to know that there might be another one this week, later this week.
Already?
For Styx, the number 2.
Oh, yeah. Right.
It's not...
So it's Embalaz.
Embalaz, yes, good, okay. And so it's not incredibly exciting, but still it's a new game. And
it's our former neighbors. So,
Yeah, you know these guys. Well, you know them. You've seen them. At the lunch break probably.
Oh yeah, and when they came to get all the
furniture. Yeah, you
furniture.
told me that.
Yeah, at my job. Yeah. Anyway, see you.
See you guys, and thank you for watching.
Bye bye.